everybody. It's Steve Callaway, Steve Callaway 1 on YouTube, and I'm doing another one of Angelina's TikTok channels, TikTok pairings. Basically, it's Angelina Jordan times 2. The only way it get better than that if it's times 3, times 4, times 5, or times 6. But we have Angelina with her little cousin there singing Cheek to Cheek. That's about as adorable and cute and all that as it can possibly get. And then we have it's the same picture over on that side because I got lazy and it came out that way and I just left it that way. But anyway, that's the parking lot garage studio at last. So let's get busy and watch them. Can't wait.
I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek, and we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek, and we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek, and we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven.
Yep, heaven, all right. Ah, that's a lucky little cousin there to have a singing member of the family to send her off to sleep. Not just a singing member, but who I consider to be the best singer I've ever heard, and that's my opinion. And I think she'll end up going down in history as the best singer ever, period. That's just me, though. And, you know, I'm very biased. I can't get away from that. You know, I can remember with my kids, both of them actually, times when I would have them, especially my son, would have them in the rocking chair and just holding them there, and they relax, and they, you know, they're in they're in heaven, I guess, right? And falling asleep on my right on my chest there like that, and then I wouldn't want to move to disturb them, you know. Special times, special moments, far too fleeting, that's for sure. All right, guys, well, let's move on to the next one. The next one's At Last.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh, yeah, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in the clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. The skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in the clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to.
So I think I've got the dates right on this. I hope I do. I wouldn't intentionally make them not right, but you never know, right? So if I do, then the one on the right was Angelina recorded that. I put the date down as July 25th, 2021, and then the one with the baby cousin was the day after that, on July 26th, if I have the dates correct. So we go from At Last to Cheek to Cheek, rocking the baby to sleep. That's versatility right there. It's also extraordinarily beautiful, powerful, and powerful not necessarily in ways like a sledgehammer powerful, but right here powerful. And of course, Angelina is exquisitely listenable always. Doesn't matter what she's doing. So that's that. Hey, I got to tell you something too. I'm starting to get pretty excited about going out to LA, to Glendale, to see Angelina. I've already seen her in Portsmouth and in Las Vegas. So now I'm making the trip out there to see her in California. Oh, if the stars align right, maybe I can go see every one of her performances that come up until I'm not able to go do that anymore. But if you are able to get there, if you're in that area, California, Glendale, LA, or anywhere where you can make the drive or get there somehow, if you've never seen Angelina in concert, I highly recommend the experience. If your experience is like my experience was, there's really nothing like it. The Angels, the fans, are all the nicest people. They're willing to help. They're just kind and nice, as Angelina has asked us to be. And they are that way. And it's not put on. It doesn't seem to be put on to me. They all seem like they're genuine. It doesn't get any better than that, I'm telling you, to be in a crowd of people like that. And there's that, and then of course everybody that goes to the concert, not everybody actually, the vast majority of people that go to the concert love Angelina's music, love her, and are there to see her. So you're in a place where it's like-minded. Everybody's kind of like-minded. Now, I noticed in Portsmouth that there was quite a number of people that just happened to buy tickets and come to the concert. It's it's in the middle of the town there, kind of, and it's a nice old theater that was refurbished. They may have things there. I'm sure they do. They have things there every weekend or whatever. And people just go out. That's their night out, right? Instead of going to the movies, let's go to a concert, right? Las Vegas, similar thing, where there was people there that didn't go there to see Angelina. They went there for the other things that Las Vegas has to offer. And they said, hey, let's go see a show tonight. Let's take a break from all this other stuff, okay? And so there were some people there that had never heard of Angelina and never listened to her. I wish I could have caught some of them afterwards and got their impressions. But things worked out differently than I had thought they would. But anyway, so off to LA. And I hope to do the same thing I did in Portsmouth, is talk to people in line, get it going into the venue. And I'd like to catch some people on the way out. And if I can keep in mind some people that maybe haven't heard of Angelina or seen her, and then I'd like to catch them on the way out for sure. So, yeah, and the group experience there with everybody that goes to see Angelina, you have to experience it. There's no way to tell anybody about it. And to see Angelina perform live is a whole different experience for me. I've seen people perform live before, a lot of different people back in the day, and not I hadn't gone to music. I pretty much I think I told you the story. I gave up on music as far as like got to be there, got to be here, got to listen to that. I mean, I have the radio on in the car maybe, and I might have some music on in the background while I'm doing work around the house or something. But I really wasn't an avid fan of anything really. I kind of lost my enthusiasm and my passion for music, which I once had when I was younger. I think that's not uncommon. But some of the newer stuff out, I just didn't have much of a appetite for it. So, but when I ran into Angelina about 8 years ago with "I Put a Spell on You," that changed. The whole thing changed, and my experience is not unique. Many people, their first time listening to Angelina, they're hooked. There's also people that listen to Angelina and they say, "Oh, that's nice," and they go about their day. They don't get hooked right away. Maybe never. Who knows? Not their cup of tea. I don't know how it couldn't be because I'm hooked, but that's besides the point. So this part of the message is if you get a chance, if you can make it there. I think if you're even the lightest of fans, in other words, you're not over the moon with Angelina, but you recognize she's a good singer, has some talent and all that. Go see her live. That's when you can really tell, because there's no faking it there. It's right there in front of you. Bam, there it is. You're going to see it start to finish. Whatever happens, you're going to see it, okay? And you'll experience it and hear it. So anyway, if you can, that's all. I'm just trying to help you out that haven't seen her live. I think it's well worth the trip, and it's not, as expenses go, it's not terribly expensive, I don't believe, to go see her live. Now, if you live halfway around the world, the plane ticket's going to cost you a lot of money. But, I'm talking about people, especially in the neighborhood down there in California, that could make a drive. I drove to Portsmouth 7 hours, 7.5, I think it was, each way, and I wouldn't have not done that ever, that close. Matter of fact, if it was 24 hours down in Florida somewhere, I probably would have went and drove. But I'm not driving out to California. Fortunately, the plane tickets weren't that expensive, so got lucky there. And the concert tickets are not that terribly expensive. What do you call them? The cheap seats, I call them. Okay, so I'll be out there, and if you go out there, I'd love to meet you. If you want to meet me, fine, you'll be able to find me. And that's it. I'll end the video on that. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.